gentlemen, this is for the IBF Junior Bantamweight World Championship. You've received your instructions in the dressing room. Remind me to protect yourself at all times and obey my commands at all times. Here an okay is good. Here an okay is good. Touch gloves.
JERWIN ANCAJAS is coming off of a draw. It was back in September at Oakland. Had a 12-round draw against Alejandro Santiago. It was an action-packed fight. Each guy had to really dig in hard during those 12 rounds. Had some swelling over his right eye. He's talked a lot about the change in training. Stressed the difference of being on a Marine base back home. And let's see if we see a change compared to what he's looked like in his most recent fights.
Well, it's going to be very important for ANCAJAS to get respect from FUNAI early. FUNAI coming off 7 straight wins, 6 wins by KO. So he's going to come in confident. He's going to come and attack ANCAJAS from the opening bell.
Dre, he wasn't bashful about saying what his strategy would be throughout the night. He said, hey, if I have to throw 10 punches just to land one big right hand, I will.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree, Joe. And I was just getting ready to say that you took the words right out of my mouth. In our fighter meeting, very confident, very poised. We talked about the crowd maybe being against him. There's a large Filipino contingency here in the Bay Area. He said that's okay. If they boo me, I love it. It's not a big problem. I'm coming straight to him. I do not think that ANCAJAS likes it inside, and we're going to find the fight inside early. So we'll see if he sticks to his word.
ANCAJAS just off the mark a little bit with the left hand, but you know, both guys right now trying to figure out range before they take risks. Figure out range, punching power, and just trying to get in position to be able to land their shots.
ANCAJAS with a right hook, southpaw right hook for ANCAJAS, comes back with it.
And ANCAJAS can throw to the body. He can rip rights and lefts to the body when he wants to, but he wants it mid-range and outside. That's when he's at his best, in my opinion.
ANCAJAS right there missing with the big looping left hand. He's going for the home run already.
But the downside to ANCAJAS being outside is he doesn't move his head. He doesn't really show any different wrinkles in his defensive game. He stands straight up. He's very traditional in his stance and the way his offensive approach is. And therefore, he can get hit with straight shots like we just saw him get hit with.
Well, a lot of times ANCAJAS come right back to the middle, Dre. So he'll throw a punch and he come right back to the middle instead of stepping around and getting on the angle to be able to get away from the punches of FUNAI. See, just like that, he stepped out a little bit, dropped his hands, and FUNAI threw a right hand right down the middle and landed right on the forehead of ANCAJAS.
And FUNAI can fight on the outside as well, but like he told us in the fighter meeting, he wants to take this in close. Doesn't feel like ANCAJAS likes a fighter to be close to him. He feels like ANCAJAS gets very uncomfortable.
U.S. debut for RYUICHI FUNAI. There's a left hand from the titleist. End of round number 1. IBF Junior Bantamweight title.
Time!
Did that right hand right at the bell land? Top Rank Boxing on ESPN is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Top Rank Boxing here in Stockton, California. Why Stockton? Because they have a 19-year-old undefeated sensation who has packed the Stockton Arena on a fight card bookend by world title fights. Soon enough, we will be seeing Gabe Flores, who's 12-0 right now, and this place will be on fire when he makes his ring walk. But what a way and what a treat to have Flores on national TV when you get title fights surrounding him. Here we are, round number 2 of our Junior Bantamweight IBF World Championship.
Nice shots already out the gate from ANCAJAS. You know, really finding the mark now. Headbutt there. But, you know, when ANCAJAS goes down to the body first, it sets up things up top. You know, ANCAJAS is kind of abandoning his jab. Normally I see ANCAJAS shoot the sharp, stiff jab, you know, really heavy on the front foot. And I'm not seeing a whole lot of that tonight, Dre.
ANCAJAS is trying to take advantage of the over-aggression of FUNAI with that check right hook that we saw him land several times in the first round. It's a natural punch for ANCAJAS, and he's landed it several times, and he's also starting to bring that straight left back behind it.
Yeah, there he goes with the lead left that time. So it was wide swinging to the outside, but much success with that right hook in round number 1.
Yeah, Tess, he got to be careful swinging wide like that. I saw that coming. You know, FUNAI, all he has to do is throw the right hand straight down the middle, and it's going to catch ANCAJAS and probably drop him.
The kind of punches that ANCAJAS has landed so far, you'll say, hey, they're not that hard. They're just, you know, stinging type shots. But let the fight progress. Those same shots in round 5, 6, and 7 could drop or knock the opponent out if they land right.
FUNAI was just probing to the body that time after, or excuse me, ANCAJAS after FUNAI came forward with the right hand.
FUNAI starting to find his mark with the right hand. Every now and then ANCAJAS sit still just for a moment and don't do anything, and FUNAI just shoot the right hand right down the middle and catch ANCAJAS with it.
As he should with that situation. There's a straight left that split the guard from ANCAJAS. And to that combination also placed a right hand to the body.
That's the thing about ANCAJAS. ANCAJAS can actually be, he's a great counterpuncher. So he's in range, he can get out of range, move his head, and then come back with counters. He's quick enough and has good position to be able to do so. And Dre, you know, we talk about southpaws all the time. They always look for the backhand. You know, ANCAJAS is a natural right-hander, and he's converted to southpaw, so it's his strong hand. So the right hook is his power punch.
That's why we see him landing it the way that he has, and it seems effortless for him. And he also has a great jab too.
10 seconds
to, you know, make the point that you just made. Good
Both guys
left.
coming in, and a left hand scores well from ANCAJAS. End of 2.
Time!
Back here in Stockton, getting a look at the guy who was voted the 2017 Athlete of the Year in the Philippines. That's when JERWIN ANCAJAS was able to break through, claim his world championship, string together impressive wins here, round number 3, trying to defend his title against RYUICHI. FUNAI. Guys, in the last round, we saw the effectiveness of that right hook left-hand combination.
Well, again, a natural punch for ANCAJAS, but he really didn't want to land the right hook in that sequence. He really wanted the straight left. Here we see just a blinding short right hook, and then the straight left comes right down the pipe and hits FUNAI right on the chin.
And you see FUNAI, how he reacted to that right hook. He tried to get out of range and then come back to land his own right hand, but ANCAJAS was just a little bit quicker with his left hand and on the mark. And
FUNAI keeps getting hit with those kind of shots because he's standing still and he's standing right in the range of ANCAJAS.
Saw CompuBox tallying up a 36-19 connect advantage for the world champion, JERWIN ANCAJAS. Bernardo Osuna, good evening to you. What are they saying in his corner?
Joven Jimenez is not very happy with the defense of JERWIN. He says, I like his offense. He's landing the right hook, but he's got to use his jab more.
And as you see right away, FUNAI right now is stepping up the tempo, pushing the pace. He's trying to take those angles away from JERWIN ANCAJAS by pressing on the gas tank.
He closed the
gas
gap.
pedal.
He closed the gap moments ago, but in doing so, he also ate a right uppercut.
He's okay with that. He's okay with taking those punches. He's trying to just close the gap on ANCAJAS and pressure him. That's one way of beating the southpaw. You pressure him. You pin him against the ropes. You outwork him. You take those angles away from him and don't allow him to extend with that backhand.
Considerable infighting here from FUNAI.
This is where FUNAI wants to be, and I disagree, Tim, because FUNAI can't allow himself to be hit with those kind of shots from ANCAJAS, because ANCAJAS is very tricky, he's very crafty, and I'm telling you, he's lining FUNAI up for that straight left and that right hook.
Well, athletically, he's not going to be able to compete with a guy like ANCAJAS, so he's stepping inside, and he knows that. On the outside, he's not quick enough. So I need to close the gap, and I need to get this guy comfortable so I can land my hard shot, that power right hand that FUNAI has.
So FUNAI needs to be inside in mid-range. I agree with that, but I don't agree with the fact that he needs to sit there and take shots.
No, not take shots, Dre, but you know, he got to get him comfortable somehow to be able to sit there and be comfortable, so that way he can line them up for the right hand.
Guys, I tell you, these guys inside, this is an attractive third round. If you watch some of the little angles on the inside, dig into the body, some of these uppercuts, this has been an entertaining third round here. At this distance, just wrapping around even, that left hand by FUNAI, then wrapping around the elbow with the right hand to the body by ANCAJAS. This is good stuff.
Yes, this is high-level stuff right here, championship-level stuff. We see a lot of will, but we see a lot of skill, like you said, Tess.
Good combination from ANCAJAS, and then FUNAI comes right back. Look at that trade to end the third. The crowd reacting as they get a glimpse of Gabriel Flores. He is coming up next. He is the 19-year-old sensation. Just turned 19 this week. Folks, he was graduating from high school, getting his diploma in this arena a year ago. Now he's fighting on national TV. He is a Stockton homegrown product. He's coming up after our first of 2 world title fights here tonight.
Well, another way of beating the southpaw is landing the right hand. The reason for landing the right hand is because the southpaw, the head lies on the side where the right hand is. It's right in the line of fire. And FUNAI has to continue to, oh, he's hurt. He's hurt from that right hook.
Look at ANCAJAS. Left hand comes in, right to the body, right hook. He's got the challenger in trouble here early in round 4. ANCAJAS looking as good as he had recently. Here he comes, the champ on the attack. Can the Japanese challenger FUNAI hold up? Trying to trade with ANCAJAS. Wide sweeping right hand that time as FUNAI now settles down and tries to wrap around a left hand to the body himself. Good action to open up this 4th round. A lot of success from ANCAJAS with that short right hook.
Yeah, he's catching him as he's coming in.
And there's a left hand that splits the guard.
He's hurt, Tess. Very hurt. That straight left hurt. FUNAI very, very much.
And Dre, I haven't seen FUNAI tie up not once. He just put it all on the line.
That's not his game. He doesn't really know how to tie up.
Yeah.
He gets hurt and he wants to fight harder, which is going to be a mistake because he's getting lined up by every shot that ANCAJAS throws right now. And now ANCAJAS is going to the body, which is not a good sign.
How did he stand up to that? Right hand to the body again. Missed the belt line that time. Sweeping with the right hand one more time. There's still over a minute to go here for FUNAI.
ANCAJAS showing that championship mentality, going down to the body, knowing that he needs to bring that defense down and keep draining this fighter, FUNAI, so he can land something hard over the top, Dre.
ANCAJAS is lining up that right hook. He just missed it right there.
Some blood coming from the nose of FUNAI.
ANCAJAS looking for the kill shot right here. Looking to land the overhand left.
Left hand landed flush again.
That's
There's
the shot
that right hook again as blood flew from the face of FUNAI.
See that
straight another one.
Yeah. That straight left right there, Tess, is just a blinding shot. That's a waist shot. You see how he's leaning to the side right there?
Yes.
ANCAJAS wants the right hook.
That's it.
How in the world has RYUICHI FUNAI stood up to all of this? He has not been knocked down in this brutalizing 4th round.
10 seconds.
Called heart, Tess. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Heart.
but they need to look to stop this because this kid's taking a lot of punishment right now.
Ooh, good body shot.
Underneath with the left hand to the body, just a cap. An overly impressive 4th round for the world champ.
空振りさせることな疲れてくるから相手な空振りさせて空振りさせてさあ辛抱
So you want to take a look at the start of the next round?
Beautiful shots by ANCAJAS right here. You see the power shots coming. The left hand's coming behind with the right hook on FUNAI, and we see him continue to dominate and pressure FUNAI to land hard punches.
And ANCAJAS did what you're supposed to do if your opponent isn't going down from the headshot. You got to go down to the body. Great sequence from ANCAJAS.
Let's go. Over here.
Let's check in with Mark.
Mouthpiece.
Thank you, Joe. You know, Sean Gibbons, Manny Pacquiao's matchmaker, told us the way that ANCAJAS has looked in recent fights, the lackluster way, was his fault for not matching him correctly.
Right.
What he's done tonight is match him perfectly with an opponent who's straight up, head up, and coming forward.
Ringside position is taking a look at FUNAI.
Okay.
Now let him continue on here. He was battered in that 4th round. There was no knockdown in the 4th round, but you could justify a 10-8 round.
Oh, absolutely.
And JERWIN ANCAJAS, let's see how he approaches the start of this 5th. Look at the power punches in the last round. 43 of 88 thrown for ANCAJAS.
ANCAJAS looking sharp tonight. He's not missing a whole lot with his power shots.
This is the ANCAJAS you said you wanted to see, Tim, earlier in the night. The guy who is just showing aggression and letting both hands go and not just waiting around just to get decisions. He's got power, he's got an arsenal, and he's got skill. He doesn't always show it, but he's showing it tonight.
He has to continue to do it right. You know, he's looking for one punch right now in ANCAJAS. He needs to set it up off the jab, and it'll come. It will come.
And ANCAJAS threw a lot of punches in that last round, so he had a minute breather, but he needs a little bit more time, it looks like. So he's just trying to line FUNAI up for the right shot, because if he gets him hurt again, FUNAI's going to be on his way. And again, the referee and the doctors really have to keep an eye on this kid, because he's probably too tough for his own good.
Yes, he is, Dre. And I want to see a little bit more jab work from ANCAJAS right now, and I want to see some body work to bring that defense down and continue to weaken FUNAI if he's looking for that power shot over the top. Set him up with it. Nice.
FUNAI is just looking for the opening right now. He wants to waste that straight left and land a devastating right hook. That's what he's looking for. And I don't think FUNAI is computing that that's what ANCAJAS is looking for. I think he's still hurt from the previous round.
Yeah, he's a little hurt, but it almost seems like ANCAJAS is kind of taking it lightly this round on him. You know, letting him recover.
Just trying to get a breather. He threw a lot of punches in that last round, Tim. A lot of punches. A lot of heavy punches.
Only time that FUNAI has ever been knocked down in his career is all the way back in 2011. One time. There's the left hand from ANCAJAS, and he tries to come back with it.
I think he's recharged right now. I think he's about to come on right now. And I'm talking about ANCAJAS. FUNAI just escaped that combination, just got out at the right time and got the right distance to get away from those shots from ANCAJAS. Where's the jab at, Dre? There it is.
He has so much success with the right hook, you forget about the jab, right?
Forget about everything. I mean, you do. You know, you land hard shots, you want to continue to land hard shots.
We're going to take a very short break here and come right back to this title fight. Stay with us. You know, after JERWIN ANCAJAS won the world title, he spent $5,000. Remember, he grew up abject poverty, never had money, even when he was a young pro. Then he spent $5,000 on a piece of land in the Philippines that he referred to as his survival camp. That's where he did his training. More recently, had a couple lackluster efforts. They didn't like the whole vibe, who was around, what was happening, wanted to get away, went and spent time on a Marine base. I think it served him well.
I think so, too. But, you know, the thing that the problem I have with ANCAJAS is the fact that this is his 7th title defense test.
Yes.
And, you know, he don't have an identity yet. He don't even have a blueprint on what makes him tick. He's still trying to figure that out. And that's the problem I have being a world champion and having 7 title defenses, Dre.
Yeah, I like the adjustment ANCAJAS made by, you know, less is more, getting a lot of people away, keeping a simple team, the people that were there from the beginning, and just hitting reset. And it looked like it served them well in this fight so far.
And you guys called exactly the fact that ANCAJAS sort of punched himself out there in round number 4, took round 5 off, but JERWIN Jimenez said this round I want him to work behind the jab and start pressuring, but FUNAI is strong.
And Bernardo, it's justified when you look at the CompuBox numbers in that 4th round. He threw 88 power punches, 88 alone in that 4th round.
It's got to be a little discouraging for ANCAJAS to have that kind of round and still look up a round and a half later, and FUNAI is still looking you in the face.
Yes, it's impressive. Game guy, isn't he, the challenger?
Well, if you're digging him down to the body, you're going to take some of that steam away. But, you know, you got the challenger here, FUNAI, that's gaining confidence moving forward.
And yet he's eating hooks and left hands. 3 straight, 4 straight left hands. And another one from the champ. And another split in the guard. Can't get out of the way of these straight left hands.
See, but don't back off, ANCAJAS. Don't back off. Keep coming. You know, change the rhythm, change the pace. Throw 3, 4, 5, 6 punch combinations. You got your man hurt?
I think ANCAJAS knows exactly what he's doing. He's inflicting punishment. He's stepping back, allowing the punishment to kind of soak in a little bit, and then he's inflicting more punishment.
Now the right hook comes back into play.
Nice shot from ANCAJAS. Step back, half a step back, and drop the straight left hand. Short. Oh, got hit with a short little uppercut up the middle from FUNAI.
Yeah, I've said it several times. I'm not trying to overstate the point and take away from a great fight, but they really have to keep an eye on FUNAI. It's not the concussive shots all the time. It's the sub-concussive shots.
Yeah.
This kid is taking a lot of punishment, and he's still game, so they have to save him from himself.
Dre, these are the kind of fights where I worry about a fighter's health. When you're standing up to everything, when you haven't been knocked down, when you're this game showing this much heart the way FUNAI is.
Yes.
Bruise the face of RYUICHI FUNAI is.
腹の接近して腹のカウンター。
See the referee, Edward Vallantes. Take a look at him. Ringside position is right up on the apron again. Dr. Gary Furness is leading the crew here for the California Commission. Referee took a peek at him.
Okay, that's it.
That's it. And I think that is the right move. This kid is tough. This kid will take all night long. But we started to get the feeling sitting here ringside about halfway through the last round that it had reached that point. I think that is in the absolute best interest of the fighter.
Yes, it was.
And it's absolutely justified.
Absolutely.
There's no need to boo. Excellent call by the doctor. We don't always see those kind of calls. Tremendous job. Great performance from ANCAJAS and a game effort from FUNAI.
That was an impressive, steady output from JERWIN ANCAJAS in a title defense.
He's back. He's back. That's what I want to see, that dog. You know, punching power, speed, accuracy, boxing ability. ANCAJAS did it all tonight.
Well, you really started to see, guys, especially in the last 2 rounds. There was that one moment where I was calling straight left hand after straight left hand in the blow-by-blow, and it was there all night long. Let's take a look at the success that the champ had with the left hand.
Yep, all straight left hands. He stepped back, straight left hand. Caught him right in between the shots, straight left hand. As FUNAI would move back and pull back and try to get in range, and ANCAJAS would come straight down the middle with a straight left hand. He could not miss this shot all night long.
FUNAI couldn't get out the way.
FUNAI don't move his head. His defense is his feet. He gets out of range and then gets back in the range. Get out of range and gets back in the range. He needs to work on his defense if he wants to continue boxing.
Well, let's make it official. For that, we go to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 1 second in round number 7. Our referee in charge, Edward Vallantes, stops the contest upon advice of the ringside physician. He is the winner by way of technical knockout, and still the IBF Junior Bantamweight Champion of the World, JERWIN Pretty Boy ANCAJAS.
Exactly how he wanted the night to go. JERWIN ANCAJAS, 31st win of his career. Another title defense, and the change.